Now, I'm old enough to remember earlier this year when Republicans slammed President Biden because China was buying our oil.
To sell our oil to China, not just our oil, our reserves. This is our piggy bank in case there's a disaster. They want to keep selling our strategic reserves to China, 950,000 barrels already that President Biden has sold to China.
We need to chart a path back to energy independence and ensure President Biden is not able to sell our critical oil supplies to China or any other rogue nations. President Biden used emergency authorities to sell hundreds of millions of barrels of oil to our enemies.
It seems the fossil fuel industry is on the phone once again asking for another handout, and my Republican friends are eager to oblige. Now they want to make it easier to sell China our gas. You can't make this stuff up. We have 2 weeks left before our government shuts down. A shutdown would hurt our nation's seniors, it would hurt our veterans, our families and children, it would hurt our workers, it would hurt all of our people. But instead of dealing with that, Republicans are stalling for time while trying to get their act together. So our first bill, H.R. 1130, is yet another giveaway to big oil and gas. Not content with the GOP passing the Polluters Over People Act, this bill removes the requirement that natural gas exports be in the American public's interest, allowing adversaries and rivals like China to wreak havoc on our domestic energy supply. Then we have H.Res. 684, a non-binding resolution condemning the governor of New Mexico. This resolution, as you all know, does nothing. It will not go to the Senate. It will not go to the President. It's a press release. More political grandstanding from a party that refuses to take action on gun violence. Republicans say no to background checks, no to closing bump stock loopholes, no to ensuring safe gun storage, no to banning lethal assault weapons. The gun violence crisis kills over 100 Americans every single day. And instead of taking steps to protect their constituents, it's clear Republican members would rather drag their feet and pass bills that do nothing to fix the problem. And, of course, we have a continuing resolution that was negotiated between the far right and the extreme far right of the Republican Party. No input from House Democrats, no input from Senate Democrats, hell, no input from Senate Republicans. Certainly nothing from the administration. I can't even tell if anyone from the Appropriations Committee was involved in this deal either. And we are still hearing several House GOP members refuse to support this bill. They say this doesn't go far enough, that, quote, it's a gift to Joe Biden. Are you kidding me? Keeping the government open isn't a gift to Joe Biden. It's our job on behalf of the American people. This CR also rams House Republicans' extreme H.R. 2 border bill down everybody's throats, a bill that already passed the House months ago and, by the way, is currently dying in the United States Senate. Now, if that were so important, you'd think their leadership would have talked about it more since then. Or maybe they would be trying to negotiate a path forward in the Senate. But no. In fact, with the 8% funding cut to everything except for defense and Veterans Affairs, this bill actually decreases border security funding. I mean, to be honest, I still can't figure out if Republicans want stronger border security or not. Seems to me it's like more of a talking point than an actual plan. I can't stress this enough. This is all a waste of time. Every single one of my colleagues sitting on the other side of the dais knows this. They wasted half a month voting for Speaker, another month on gas stoves, another month on book bans, and now we're on the eve of a shutdown and doing nothing to stop it, all because there's a civil war going on in the Republican Party. So far, all I can discern is that the Republican plan is to shut down the government, impeach President Biden, and kick out their own Speaker. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.